Today, the Cabinet, in its 43rd meeting, approved 12 proposals, and one of them was relating to Fisheries and Animal Husbandry Department. It is a very important project where we have approved the comprehensive regulatory framework and operational guidelines for promotion and culture of white leg shrimp in the state. Now, and this is in the inland saline waters, brackish waters, and beyond the jurisdiction of the Coastal Aquaculture Authority. So far, we have a vision where we have said that we will be setting up a shrimp export mission. And to promote that, it was important to increase the area under shrimp cultivation. And so to do that, so far beyond the high tide line, we were going only up till 2 kilometers. Now we are going up till 10 kilometers. That has come in this regulation, so that more and more people can take up shrimp cultivation. We are hoping that brackish water shrimp production will jump from 0.16 mmTPA to 0.90 mmTPA. The shrimp farming area will increase by 25,000 hectares, and we will be able to enhance the seafood exports, which is something that we have kept in our vision, from 4,000 crore to 25,000 crore by 2036 when Orissa turns 100. This is a very important project for a coastal state like Orissa. Another equally important proposal that was approved by the Cabinet is the deep sea fishing mission. So far in Orissa, deep sea fishing has not really taken place so much. So it was important for us to have a push to this sector. And today this mission was approved, which is for 2,295 crores, where we have dovetailed various Government of India and state government schemes and made it in a mission mode so that we can have more number of trawlers appropriate for deep sea fishing, and therefore fishes which are present in the deep sea, those can also be utilized. And so what it entails is modern deep sea fishing vessels, upgradation of the others, deployment of mother vessels, fishing harbors development, and the entire chain, value chain. So seafood parks, integrated cold chain infrastructure, value addition facilities, digital fishery governance, vessel monitoring system, marine conservation measures, all this including setting up what we are calling a Blue Economy Hub, B Hub. And here this will be like a knowledge center to monitor the production, monitor the exports, and to suggest what are the other ways in which we can do that. We are hoping that we will be generating an additional 2 lakh metric tons of marine fish production. In the previous one, we were talking about brackish water. Now we are talking about marine fish production, 50,000 employment opportunities, and we are hoping that marine exports, those were the shrimp exports, marine exports will increase by to around 5,000 crore annually by 2036. The state has been consistently giving a lot of emphasis to infrastructure development. Pursuant to that, even digital infrastructure has been the focus, and today the Cabinet approved one more data center. We are calling it Data Center 2.0 in Bhubaneswar, and this we are hoping will be able to take up the load, the increasing load that is coming for G2G, government to government, government to business, G2B, and G2C, government to citizen services that are being taken up from time to time. This will be a 268 crore project and will be Tier 3 compliant, secure, scalable, and above all, state-owned data center and will meet the growing digital government governance requirements. Increasing physical infrastructure, Cabinet today approved two very major road projects. In Bhubaneswar, from Kalinga Stadium to Raghunathpur Bridge, the Jayadev Vihar Nandan Kanan Road. This is very important to develop it, to decongest, to enhance traffic capacity, improve road safety, facilitate uninterrupted regional connectivity towards Barang and Cuttack, and basically integrate urban mobility improvements. There will be a dedicated corridor, flyovers, underpasses, underground parking, subways, commercial development, so as to decongest this entire corridor. And we are hoping that this is a big project amounting to 579 crores, which will be completed in 24 months, that is 2 years. Likewise, in the tribal district of Sundargarh, our intention is to continue to develop infrastructure to not only support mining activities, but also provide connectivity to cut off or not so connected villages. And 19 GPs of Hemgiri of Sundargarh will be connected when we take up a diversion road, which was approved by the cabinet today, Duduka Gopalpur Toparia Road, which is going to be a 6.8 kilometer diversion road, will be completed in a year and a half, 160 crore project, and will not only take care of mining and tourism, but also the needs of the local inhabitants. In another push to infrastructure and to meet the needs of water towards water security as well as to meet the needs of the farmers, today 2 in-stream storage structures were approved. These are of the Water Resources Department. These are essentially where you put a barrage within the river and where the water is kept within the river without needing any land acquisition or affecting the nearby villages. And in this, we are doing it for conserving water, increasing the groundwater, as well as provide assured and sustainable domestic water to 41 villages of Sointala, Titlagarh and Kesinga block. This is an in-stream storage structure in Belgaon Amat in Kesinga block of Kalahandi. It is at a cost of 256 crores and will be completed in 3 years. Like that, another proposal that was approved was on River Ong, which is a tributary of River Mahanadi, at Jamutpally in Gaisalet block of Bargarh. It is a 159 crore project. It will take 2.5 years for completion, and it will be helping 41 villages across Gaisalet and Padampur block of Bargarh district, apart from enhancing the groundwater. Again, another very important infrastructure is energy infrastructure. So far in Orissa, we did not have any 765 kV grid substations. We had 400 kV, we had 220 kV, we had 132 kV, but now we are coming up with 3 765 kV grid substations, and for that today Revenue Department took the approval of the cabinet to give 200 acres of land for placing these, for constructing this 765 kV grid substation, and so that we can have a better energy infrastructure. Another proposal that was approved from School and Mass Education Department, as you are all aware, from class 1 to class 8, we were giving midday meal, where the children get food for their midday meal. But 9th and 10th class students who were also in the same school never used to get midday meal. So last year, government started this midday meal for all students, including 9th and 10th class students. And today the cabinet not just approved what has been done, but also for the coming 4 years also this scheme has been approved, and this will be at an overall cost of, so this is going to be for 57.41 lakh children, and an expenditure of 4,224 crores will be incurred over a period of 5 years. Thank you.